Hey, we're talking about great players from the Seattle area a moment ago. Got another one here. DeJounte Murray. Where was he? Was he a Rainier Beach guy? What school was he at? You're the Seattle expert.
To the San Antonio media guy. I don't think they go back to high school.
But he played key minutes this year for the Spurs, and Alex Poitras.
It's not the gap anymore. They're going to be back-to-back with the Olympics. So this is a very important competition. Can't get a much better coach as
follow. Bryn Forbes on the wing. Drew the hit and one.
I don't want to throw out dates without them confirming it, but I mean, could be as late as October, November before.
He was playing very well, PJ, when he got hurt too.
See, you know, a lot of people.
Certainly getting a good opportunity.
When you own a team, if you want to be GM, you can be GM.
Yeah.
We got some owners in this league that also have designs on being a GM.
DeJounte Murray, another one of those late first-round picks of the San Antonio Spurs, like Tony Parker was, with that kind of talent and potential.
The court at Rainier Beach High School is named after him. The summer league is his summer league. He's an unbelievable role model.
Hold it inside.
Jet also. Jason's around a lot. When
better until I start playing. What did you think when the Sixers made the trade to flip the number 3 to move up to number 1 and take Markelle Fultz?
It was a good decision, obviously. Markelle's been playing well. He's a great young kid, great person. So that's one of those things that the team looks at. And
he's slimmed down and his body looks fantastic.
That's one of the themes of Summer League. People talking about the guys that have either lost a long ago when they came into the league. I think there was 1 or 2 practice facilities in the NBA. Now everybody not only has practice facilities, they're state-of-the-art. They're lifting. In Seattle, it was KD, Bobby Boston. I know he'd be back from Mercer Island, knocking down some shots. Can we count him as a
Luau Cabarro get clocked, took an elbow to the chin, was bleeding profusely.
Woke up and did not have a lot of swelling and was moving around and, you know, had a lot of good progress that way in place, and we wanted to cultivate and nurture that core. The second part, obviously, is, you know, maintaining and creating a winning atmosphere. Third was, and this was very important to us, maintaining maximum flexibility going forward, and we've got a path to max flexibility. If we weren't going to be a player, we wanted to add, you know, experience and leadership, and I think we got all of that with those 2 players.
You know, one guy that is often overlooked, we heard from Ben Simmons, Jeff Goodman, as Bertans knocks down the 3. Much about Jahlil Okafor anymore. Where does he fit into the 76ers' future? There was a lot of trade speculation about him at the trade deadline last year. It was Noel that it was ultimately moved, but
got off to a fairly slow start, but once he got his legs under him, he performed at the level that he was capable of. But ultimately, you know, he had another. In this case, you know, we're happy to have Jahlil as part of the program, and he's a talent. But the question is it going to be the right situation or fit for him? Right. Time will tell. But
played Houston, and the thing that impressed me, the atmosphere in the city, and I was blown away by your new practice facility. I thought they were 2 such great steps.
3-and-D guy, he's, you know, good shooter. Can probably be a better shooter, but the way he's developed as a defensive player has been the most impressive thing to me.
All year, it's a beautiful thing.
You know, the month of May and June have never been busier, you know, from my perspective. Back in Phoenix, we've, you know, thrown a few barbecues, and I think coaches put together some spa days, and this is all being organized by the players right now. Which,
spa,
you know,
the guys around.
Yeah, when you have an ownership group that's committed the way our group is, you know, that's a leg up in any team building process. You know, but when you've got the players' ratings, the way they've responded is just, you know, it's reflective of what they've been going through, the pain and suffering of the last few years. But to see it and feel it, and the place was on fire. And it was one of the things that, interestingly, was attractive to Markelle.
Really?
When he came and he just visited. He showed up at a game one day, and he was sitting on the floor.
Larry Drew in the front court for the Philadelphia 76ers. Interesting conversation with Lee from an NBA arena somewhere, whenever the Spurs are in town. Bryn Forbes on the baseline. Nice looking floater.
That might go in because he practices those.
It's Forbes this time.
Back rim.
Maybe he was watching Manu, even though that wasn't a hook. It was close.
Shape, but He's played very, very well. Again, that first play was designed for him. Second option, Davis Bertans
from deep.
Wow.
A deadly three-point. San Antonio. There's James McDonald from the San Antonio Express News talking about his Tarzewski muscle that one.
Tough move, yeah, because of, that is like, you know, again, they didn't call it super team then because they were there. I mean, Shaq goes from Orlando out to LA, but I mean, LA was very close to super team. San Antonio, I don't want to, Mobley, Tony Parker, when those guys were in their prime, David Robinson, you know, that's pretty close. We just didn't call it super teams then. You don't win NBA champion now. The best collection of great players in the league happens to be in Oakland, soon to be in San Francisco.
Yeah, they get that core nice.
You know, I don't want any more money. Yeah, I care about the money too, but I want to win. I want to win the whole thing.
Like a David West for the Golden State Warriors.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tarzewski with a nice finish off a lot of positive results for the Philadelphia 76ers.
And the lead down to 6.
Yep. Hanlon with a deep three. Here's the second. Yeah, I renounce my citizenship. It's public.
Thank you.
Here's Forbes. Forbes wanted to punch it over Poitras. Oh, he put some muscle in his hustle and got that in over Poitras.
He's going to hear about that, even though he ended up getting the 2 points. All the guys on the bench were laughing. He's going to catch a little static for that one.
Play of Dennis Smith. He was spectacular.
Oh, unbelievable.
And we can already hear from Forbes who gets the finish with Smith.
Well, Dennis Smith, there was a little bit of chatter about him, you know, maybe a little rough around the edges. But I'll tell you what, every college coach I talked to.
The games on the ESPN platform and networks, and
whoa, that is
culminate with a championship game.
I was talking to Brett Brown earlier, and I asked him, how did Markelle Fultz react to you telling him that he probably wouldn't be playing the point, that's going to go to Ben Simmons?
Bertans is open on the pick and pop. There it is.
He's knocked down a couple threes and adds one more to the ledger. He's 4 of 5 from downtown, 18 points.
That was a good read that time by Olivier. The other time he took too many dribbles. It's something you don't experience in college. I mean, you take away the tournaments, and not the NCAA tournament, because you always get a day off in between games in the NCAA. But having to play back-to-back or 3 in a row, there's still enough. There's still enough. Getting off that plane at 1:30 or 2 in the morning and, you know, getting some sleep and showing up, and people don't want to.
Hot button issues this past season, as it was previously, is resting players as part of a maintenance plan. Bryn Forbes to get the partial block. That was Jackson.
Josie, we haven't seen their first-round pick. That's San Antonio's. As Furkan knocks it down. Oh, shit, this is Johnson and Wales in Providence.
Yeah.
Excellent culinary school. I didn't realize there was more than one.
Yeah, but Derek White wasn't thinking about being a cook, or at least not cooking on. And Ledbetter with the board. And Livio Jean-Charles. Earlier playing for Asvel Basket over in France, a team that's partially owned by Tony Parker of the Spurs.
Also
maybe even more so, the most athletic player on their team.
Oh, no,
and he had a great playoff run too.
Really defended, did a heck of a job.
Austin kicks it out to Korkmaz. And the lead is down to 6. Forbes got ripped. They get the stop. Got a chance. Korkmaz with the layup.
He fouls right away or tries to get a trap or two.
Ledbetter gets it in bounds, and Bertans, a good free throw shooter. And Poitras taking exception, got a little salty.
Well, it was
elbow got a little bit high.
Yeah, when he turned, he hit him with an elbow, and they had some words. You know, the players like waiting for like, what's going on? Blow the whistle.
Sixers looking for the steal.
Bryn Forbes wants to hold it, so he's the guy who gets fouled. Stepped up, but I think the older guys, and that's normally the way it is in summer league. Right now, we need a quick 3.
Korkmaz, the floater is good, and this one is cooked. Bryn Forbes.